Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the veteran, the 38-year-old quarterback, two-time Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And Stills bringing it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. From just shy of midfield, Manning. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gates, the intended receiver there. Certainly not how they envisioned ending. Their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. The overall second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. No gain on the play there, second down. Throwing on second down. Darnold. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running, it's Drake. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a first down carry by Bell. Tackle that time. By Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
15 yards on the play, first down. A first down throw, Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 3rd touchdown. Now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after After the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On second down now, it's Drake. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Throwing is Manning on third down. And he finds Stills, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On play action, now Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run to Drake. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14. Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. Fights through, and now a crease. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Watch Mike. Get in the weight room.
On first down, Bell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now it's Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That was an interception, but I'm in now. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the side. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Manning. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Manning now to throw. Finds his target. It's Gates. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Manning, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Manning. Gates with a grab. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately Stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Darnold. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Josh Bellamy, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Finds his target. It's Bellamy. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He was looking for a new one there. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that's complete to Gates. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And there just continues to be no... nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Drake. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On first down, Darnold escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been... carving him up, running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Darnold now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Darnold completes it, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Boykin to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Boykin. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, New York. It's a party now. It's a party.
They'll throw on first with Boykin. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Boykin. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Manning. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again. Manning. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He dumps it off to Drake, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Darnold now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll run on first down. Drake, they'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Drake. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Manning. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Boykin, and an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Boykin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Flushed out right. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here is Boykin. Found his target. It's Anderson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, Boykin. Open man there. That's Bellamy. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will extend their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This is taken at his 4. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as his guys are back within a single score. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those that...
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He completes it to Bryant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Manning going to throw. And Stills bringing it in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you. Because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Well, the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. On 1st down, Manning. His throw incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning. Wilson's got it complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Again, it's Manning. Finds his target. It's Gates. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
Chandler Catanzaro on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Boykin. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Darnold from the red zone now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
He may try and run, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. Sam Darnold, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little. Bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on second down. Manning, complete to Bryant. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Manning. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, but it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. From the gun, it's Manning. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Flush to his right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. Manning now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dre. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 36, Manning, Gates with a grab. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the front.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. Bryant has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Play action, Manning. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Quentin Williams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Another try after the first down sack. Manning, and now the ball comes out. Manning lost it, and the Jets have recovered. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense. Doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Second and 10 now, Boykin. And he's got this complete to Bellamy. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the shotgun, Boykin. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure. pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The big Tank Carradine with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Manning. And that's complete to Gates. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Manning to throw. And he hits Drake. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
They'll throw on first with Boykin, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Anunwa again the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's got it complete to Thompson. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deontay Thompson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Manning. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball... A little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Boykin. Caught here by Bell. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Manning now on 1st down. Caught. It's Wilson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught by Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. On 1st down, it's Drake. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle there by Brian Poole. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Manning. He dumps it off to Drake. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From midfield, here's Manning. This one into the hands of the running back, Balazs. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Finds his target. It's Gates. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Manning. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Manning. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Kiko Alonso coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Boykin, eluding the pressure right. Open man there, that's Bellamy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Check, 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 check.
Boykin on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's them with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Manning. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. Blunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He can't, man.
17-yard
He's
line.
not going to get me. Big grip.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 20-yard line.
Watch the flag. Get it.
Right back to Drake. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 36-yard line.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Come on, fellas.
And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run with Powell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down, it's Powell. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
First carry for Trenton Cannon, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Darnold now to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. First down now, but the clock continues to move. It's complete to Drake. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He's back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Manning. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
To the line now is Eli, as his guys will go for 2.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Darnold and the Jets now, down by 1. A little over 20 seconds to go. And they need at least 30 yards, you'd have to think, here to move the football to have a shot. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Boykin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire, but in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.